Welcome to the Coogee Radio. Today we are live here at CC Jackson's for the annual, I guess, event for real.
Hey.
There's gonna be basketball, 3-point challenges. Well, as you speaking, they're doing 3-point challenge right now for real. But
you can see our camera crew working on it too.
Camera crew,
everything.
Yeah. See, 1, 2.
Beautiful
got
people
my mans,
here.
Got my mans here.
You know what I mean? E-Money here. Hey, it's just a whole bunch of beautiful people, whole bunch of beautiful times going on. All we doing, uplifting the community. Feel me? Everything, good spirits. We got everything for the people. People got everything for us. Feel you, all right, man. Boss telling us how to do it, we gonna roll it. However it is, we gonna roll out. We gonna jam out. We gonna have a good time. We gonna shoot some buckets. We gonna brick. But hey, it's all part of the game.
No, real. But we got other companies for. I don't know the names of the companies, but we got other companies. But you know the mainstream and Coogee Radio, Center for Hope, Safe Streets. Thank you to them for having the Coogee program, and able to help young adults like me and myself and him as well, so we can get out the streets of Baltimore, because it ain't nothing but streets in there besides drugs, killing and stuff for real. And today, you want to have a blast. You want to have commentating. You know, half these kids can't shoot.
Feel me?
They can't shoot, but we gonna believe in them.
And we just want to give y'all a little scoop on what we be going through every 2 week on a 2 day out of the week. This is really the tip of the iceberg for real. We be doing way better stuff than this. So hey, it's y'all trying to see for real though.
Yeah. So if my cameraman switch the cameras for real, they're gonna show that one. You gonna see who's set up. It's a bunch of people here. Like Safe Streets, and then we got kids from
all over the city
for real, like Rex and all that. Welcome to the Coogee Radio. Today we are live here at CC Jackson's for the annual, I guess, event for real.
Hey.
There's gonna be basketball, 3-point challenges. Well, as you speaking, they're doing 3-point challenge right now for real. But
you can see our camera crew working on it too.
Camera crew,
everything.
Yeah. See, 1, 2.
Beautiful
got
people
my mans,
here.
Got my mans here.
You know what I mean? E-Money here. Hey, it's just a whole bunch of beautiful people, whole bunch of beautiful times going on. All we doing, uplifting the community. Feel me? Everything, good spirits. We got everything for the people. People got everything for us. Feel you, all right, man. Boss telling us how to do it, we gonna roll it. However it is, we gonna roll out. We gonna jam out. We gonna have a good time. We gonna shoot some buckets. We gonna brick. But hey, it's all part of the game.
No, real. But we got other companies for. I don't know the names of the companies, but we got other companies. But you know the mainstream and Coogee Radio, Center for Hope, Safe Streets. Thank you to them for having the Coogee program, and able to help young adults like me and myself and him as well, so we can get out the streets of Baltimore, because it ain't nothing but streets in there besides drugs, killing and stuff for real. And today, you want to have a blast. You want to have commentating. You know, half these kids can't shoot.
Feel me?
They can't shoot, but we gonna believe in them.
And we just want to give y'all a little scoop on what we be going through every 2 week on a 2 day out of the week. This is really the tip of the iceberg for real. We be doing way better stuff than this. So hey, it's y'all trying to see for real though.
Yeah. So if my cameraman switch the cameras for real, they're gonna show that one. You gonna see who's set up. It's a bunch of people here. Like Safe Streets, and then we got kids from
all over the city.
Welcome to Coogee Kids Radio. Today I have here with me
Miss McClary.
Okay. Miss McClary, what has brought you here today?
Oh, my organization, Phoenix Health Services, we're a PHP program. That means partial hospitalization. So we do treatment on all levels from 3.5 all the way down to 3.1.
So, like...
No, you got to hold it. Hold the chair right there, you go.
So what type of treatment? Like, what has, like...
We do mental health and substance abuse treatment and dual addictions. And it's different levels of care. So we're one level in the hospital. So what I do is I'm an outreach coordinator. I go out in the communities and pound the payments to help save our communities from this disease of addiction and the mental health and the stigmas surrounding mental health.
Okay. How do you like doing that? Like,
I enjoy doing it. I used to be in the streets myself, and now I'm giving back. I've been doing this for a minute now. It's rewarding to know that you're making a difference in someone's life, especially in our community.
What's one of the differences like you had made in somebody's life?
Actually, so many, but a guy kept relapsing, and he was on a mission to kill himself, and now he's thriving. He's thriving. He's hitting every target that I got on there for intervention. He's hitting it. He did a 360 all because I identified what was going on with him. He said nobody ever knew what was going on, so now he's thriving. He's changing his life around. That's rewarding enough for me.
So what you're saying, you help people like feel better.
Have a different perspective on their lives. And I learned to love them until they love themselves. But it's what I want to do. My goal is to work with the youth. That's what I want to do.
How do you think you can work with youth? Like, what is one of the things you think that can help you get up there?
Well, actually, when I want to help the youth, in order to do that, you have to help the whole family dynamic. And that's what's going to make it different from just helping a youth, like in PRP services. That's a mentoring program with resources. If you send them back into that environment in that house, you send them right back into the traumatizing housing unit. You got to help the whole family. So that's what the goal I want to do for my own business, you know, in the future, which is near.
Okay. So if that doesn't work out for you, what is another thing that you might do?
That's what I do, baby. It's always gonna work for me. Cause I'm relatable. I got a PhD in the streets. I've been in the streets. So as long as I meet them where they at, I'm got a better chance of getting them where they need to be. Treat everybody like a human being, but I want to work with the youth because this is our future. Nobody want to work with the youth, but I do.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck to you. She did really good. You really good. Y'all better stay with this. When I'm in my nursing home, I better see y'all on the news doing anchoring and stuff like that. Or have your own podcast.
I like what you wear. I like your job. I think I might want to do that.
You want to do that?
I might want to do that.
It turns you out.
Well, I like working a lot. Like I like doing.
That's something about me and the youth on the corner. Even when I was in the streets, I could reach them. A lot of them just want to hug. You know that?
I like talking more. I feel like.
Well, that's what I do best.
Yeah, talking to people and talking.
Welcome to Cool G Youth Radio. Today, we're here at CC Jackson's for a youth event for all the kids and some more stuff. And today, I am here with
Mazan Kelly.
I'm here with Mazar and Kelly. What do you do?
I am a hospital responder at Grace Medical Center.
Oh, you heard it here. Medical response at.
Hospital responder at Grace Medical Center. I'm part of the violence response.
He's a part of the violence response unit.
Yeah, so if anybody come in stabbed, shot, domestic violence, elderly abuse, family violence, assaulted, then I see them when they come in the hospital.
So you kind of like the helper that try to help them get through the times or try to heal them through the times that they go through.
Yeah. So Baltimore has a lot of trauma going on.
Most definitely.
Through all those things that I mentioned before. And one of the main things in our city is to try to prevent these from happening in the future. Try to deal with the ones that's going through the trauma at the present moment so they can stay on their mental pivot so they can be all right. Try to figure out if they're safe when they go back home. So a lot of people leave the hospital and go back into the same environment in which they left from, right? So we want to minimize them as far as them being re-injured, going back into the environment in which they came from. So we try to figure out their storyline, trying to figure out why was they in the area at the time, what do they have going on in their life that we can kind of improve them upon, and then try to just send them into another environment where they can focus on being themselves, being great, you know? Not look at themselves as another victim. We're trying to help them heal through their trauma. And there's a lot of programs out here to help us assist the patients And you know, it's a program that's growing.
Center for Hope, I think.
Center for Hope, yes. Center for Hope, dealing with Life Bridge Health. Also dealing with Monzi, Baltimore City.
Yeah, I just talked to one of the coworkers. They said that they kind of help what you do. So they said they're somewhat the same domestic violence unit, but they help more with like the more like somewhat mental towards patients like.
Yeah, well, you know, we definitely want to try to get them, because of trauma, we definitely want to try to get them into some type of counseling where they can talk. Get some things off their chest. And a lot of times you find out that it's not just this one incident that they have to talk about. They have to talk about other instances too, where they can help them get closer to healing from the trauma. I don't know if you know a lot of people that's been shot before or have an experience, but a lot of people that get shot, stabbed, or jumped, it's an embarrassment factor going to it. It's an anxiety factor. It's a fear factor goes into it. It's a sense of survival that goes into it. It's a sense of retaliation that goes into it. A person is going through trauma trying to figure out which avenue do he wants to go down. So with us being around, we try to take those negative avenues out of his mind and lead him towards the most positive attitude, whether if they need to go back to school, whether if they need a job. We're basically trying to be a case manager from here on out, check up on them, be a case manager from here on out, to make sure they're still going down the right path. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But one thing I can say is that a lot of people that meet with us, they don't come back to the hospital being a victim again, because for some they learn that, you know, this is the end of the road. It's time to change my life.
Okay, so I got a question. So on top of that, what if you were in the same situation as them? Would you want to go to that? Would you want to go to what you did?
Say one more. If I was in the same position as them?
Yeah, as the patient, would you want to be in the same position as them?
As far as meeting the hospital responder?
Yeah.
Yes. When I got shot, I didn't get to see a hospital responder, but I already had the education and I already had the tools and the mindset and the upbringing to move past what I was going through. I just probably needed to talk to a counselor to make sure that, you know, I'm on the right path. But definitely having it in the hospital at the time is a great seed to plant, and following up with them, you know, hopefully the flower will come, you know, once you keep watering it and talking to them, you know.
Well, it was nice to meet and talk with you.
Same here, it's cool. Mazon.
Mazari, I'm Marshawn. I'm with
Mazon. It's like Amazon without the A.
All right. Well, it was nice meeting you, talking.
Same here. Nice to meet you too. Keep doing a good job, all right?
This is Coogee Radio. We'll get back with y'all soon.
Yeah. Coogee Kids, and today we're going to be interviewing
Brother Emmanuel Terrell Bay, site director of Safe Streets Belvedere.
Okay. What brings you here today?
Well, we're having a little shoot around for Domestic Violence Month, showing domestic violence awareness and making sure these youth have some fun doing it.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit more about domestic violence?
Yes, well, domestic violence, you know, in our community is a big part. A lot of times, well, it's based on relationships. It could be not just an intimate partner, but someone in your household. That's usually domestic, or a neighbor, someone within you, close to your environment, your vicinity where you live. And that's considered domestic violence when we commit violence to each other. Doesn't necessarily have to be detrimental, but any could be verbal, etc.
All right, so by living in Park Heights, like how you feel about the area?
Say that again?
By living in Park Heights, how you feel about the area?
About the area of Park Heights? Oh, well, like any area, this is home. This is, you know, an environment that I'm used to, that I'm comfortable in, and that I love serving.
Okay.
So can I ask y'all a question?
Yes.
So being that y'all are part of the Coogee program, what is the most satisfying part of being a part of the program?
Well, for me,
First, say who are you?
Oh, my name is Tegan. And for me, the most satisfying thing about being in the Coogee Kids program is really getting to know people. You know, when you like talking to ex people and stuff, and they really tell you about themselves. And I think that just helps like with my associating with people.
Okay, that's nice. You'll go. Who you are?
All right, my name is Demarley, and what I feel about like being I think my new satisfying thing about everybody is because I like the people that's in there. It's because I like the people that's in there, and I like how everybody interact with each other and stuff like that, and like we can get along. So.
Okay, Baby Fuzzy, tell them who you are.
My name is Crystal, and the most satisfying part is just giving back to the community.
My name is Marissa, and the most satisfying thing I found about the Coogee program and stuff like that, I find it very like calming and relaxing. Everybody talk to each other, build a bond, get to know everybody, and that really helps me because I'm not really a person that talks to people that much, so that's why I really like it.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Coogee Radio. Today I am here with
Deidre. My name is Deidre McClellan. I am the therapist for Safe Streets Baltimore.
Okay. And we're at CC Jackson, and today we're talking about your impact on domestic violence. So, what is your occupation?
I am a licensed social worker and mental health therapist.
What made you want to pursue this as your career?
Honestly, as cliche as it may sound, this was not a choice. Sure. Honestly, as cliche as it may sound, it wasn't something that I necessarily chose, but something that chose me. I am a natural giver and helper by nature. And during the period when I was in school, being a social worker just felt right to me because I had the natural desire to just want to help.
Do you think this was something that was very challenging for you to do and become?
It did come with its own set of challenges, but what I will say is anything that is worth having is worth working hard for. So, school was disciplined and dedicated to what you're doing in order to stay on top of that. So that part was challenging. However, the work that I do is rewarding. So it makes the process of going through school, taking a big exam in order to be licensed to be able to do this type of work, it makes all of that worth it.
Thank you. And my last question is, how does your occupation affect domestic violence? How does it make an impact on it?
So my occupation in general, not just the umbrella of social work, but therapy specifically, has an impact on domestic violence because therapists are able to help not just the victims of domestic violence, but the perpetrators too, like the ones that are causing the violence. Help them just to uncover their own trauma that they may have been through, and help them kind of understand how their thoughts, actions, and how their thoughts influence their feelings, and how their feelings influence their behavior. So the way that we're able to make an impact, that's the way that we're able to make an impact as far as therapy is concerned. And as far as social work is concerned, we're able to make an impact on domestic violence just by being a resource to people who need it, whether it's housing, food, education, transportation, whatever resource that you may need. A social worker is usually really instrumental in that process in helping people get the things that they need in order to improve their quality of life.
Thank you so much. I did not know that much about social work.
You're welcome. Come and join us. If I don't hear you on the radio in a couple of years, then I expect to see you on the social work side.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Sure,
once again, thank you for joining the Coogee program. And again, we were here with
Deidre, Safe Streets Therapist.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
All right, come on. Hello, may we interview you? Okay. I'm good. Welcome to Coogee Kids. Today we have
all three y'all so pretty. I'm Jolita Anderson. Alright, violence response team.
Oh, Naisha Taylor, violence response team for Sinai Hospital.
Okay. So you guys work at Sinai Hospital?
Yes, and Grace Medical Center.
Do y'all like working there?
We do. I do, yes.
Do you?
I love it. I've been there a very long time, but I love it.
Okay.
Okay, one question. So, like, how you feel like working? Like, what you went through while working there?
What have I gone?
Yeah.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
What have you gone through while working there?
Oh, I have went through a lot, like in my personal life or just at work.
At work.
I have experienced a lot. I have made some great friendships. I have helped a lot of people out get in better situations. I have learned a lot. So yeah, I've experienced a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, so myself, I actually deal with community violence as well as domestic violence and elder abuse and teen violence as well. So working with all those patients and different types of genres and things like that, it actually humbled me in a great way. So it's taught me how to deal with my own family. And what's your next question?
All right, so what you think your experience was while working at the hospital?
What do I think my experience was? That's a good question.
Really good question.
Now, my experience, when I first started, I didn't know much about, I wasn't that educated on domestic violence. I didn't have to deal with it myself. But after learning and dealing with different relationships, different patients, it taught me that regardless of your age or your race, everybody has a story and everybody goes through something. Yeah? And I want y'all to know that as teenage girls, love should not and does not hurt, not physically, okay? All right?
So, welcome to Coochie Kids. Today we have
Miss Denny.
Okay, Miss Denny, what brings you to here today?
Well, one, I came to support the Coochie program, and two, I came to dunk for DV today.
Okay, can you tell us what DV is?
Yes, so DV is domestic violence, and that is basically intimate partner violence, where a lot of times people are physically, emotionally abused.
Okay. So, when people are physically and emotionally abused, how does it make you feel as a person?
I think sad, because sometimes they don't have a voice, and sometimes they want to get out of those situations, but it's more harmful for them to leave than to stay.
All right. Thank you, Miss Denny.
Welcome. Thank you.
So we're gonna come here and interview more people. Miss AJ. So today we're gonna be interviewing.
Okay, Miss AJ.
Wait, I'm turning.
Give me 1 second. Wait a minute.
She needs 1 second. So